And here we are, everyone. I think it's time to wake up again. So yeah, heads up, this is your warning for the entire series. I might mention it in episode 2 if I remember. This is I was a teenage exocolonist. And I bought this game back in December. It's July. I am trying to 100% it, so I've definitely played it before. I really like the game. I did not reset my memories, which, obviously, if you've never watched a playthrough of this game before, you're not going to know what that means. But we'll discover what that means as we go. You wake to chaos, a confusion of light and heat and smoke. Fire! Your head is pounding. You must have hit it and blacked out, but you aren't sure how you got here, or what on Vertumna is happening. There's something important you need to remember. Oh, bye-bye, floor. Your stomach lurches as the floor crumples beneath your feet, then collapses. Your body aches and your eyes burn from the smoke. A figure appears through the flames. It's your friend. Your friend? Wait, why can't you remember her name? She's gesturing and shouting at you, but all you hear is a ringing in your ears. What's going on? You try to speak, but the words come out jumbled. Your throat seizes around a lungful of choking smoke, and you feel dizzy and confused. Your friend pulls you out of the rubble. She throws your arm over her shoulder and half drags you toward the door. Through it, you see a deep, eerie twilight, dark blue and cold against the heat of the fire around you. Glow season. Good puppy. I'm not gonna read all of the text out loud, because if I did that, I wouldn't have a voice. I'm not gonna be recording much, just because I'm gonna be really busy. But I mean, yep, I was a teenage exocolonist. I have played 117 hours of this game. I have most of the endings. I have all of the special endings, and I'm going for the career endings right now. You are born on the Stratospheric, Earth's first colony ship, halfway through its 20-year voyage to a wormhole at the edge of the Sol system. Your parents run the hydroponic gardens, which make fresh air and vegetables for the ship. Like the other colonists, they bravely chose to make this one-way journey to the uncharted planet Vertumna IV in the hope that they could escape Earth's troubles. They had you the old-fashioned way, merging their genes like they merged their cultures and traditions. They name you? Okay, so this is our mother, Lulu, or actually, I don't see her nickname. This is Geranium. 41, 43. This is the character's default name, but that's boring, so. We're gonna name the character Rune, because that's what I named the character in my first playthrough. So we could either be... I know what I want to go for this character in particular, but we do have options. Like, you can customize this too if you want. You know, I've never actually looked at this before. That is kind of cool. What's my favorite present? We're gonna go for the hat. It gives me 5 persuasion, and the hat itself lets me have 5 empathy, which are the skills. Bedtime story. really like the ship engineering manuals. And as for my augment, which is a superpower, by the way. Normally you can't see the cards you get from it in a first playthrough, but since this isn't the first playthrough, I've played this game so many times. Oh, also, the engineering books aren't something you can choose first try. You have to do something very special to get that as an option. I managed it in my second playthrough on accident. So I just realized I've always characterized this character as having yellow eyes, but really they're brown. I'm not gonna change it, but I should probably make note of that. Okay, calm temperament's pretty useful. Super strength's not so much. Absorbent brain's not really what I'm looking for. Extra fingers just gives lots of creativity. And eagle eyes gives perception. Perception is very useful when you're planning on exploring. And while we aren't going for an exploration-based career, we do need to do some exploring for some of the basic tasks, or for some of the basic things that I plan on doing in this playthrough. Having maxed out perception as a skill makes that easier, so we're gonna go for eagle eyes. It gives me a boost of animals as a skill and perception, which you can already see with the 10 perception I have. The other special option here, the ship's computer congruence. We aren't going to choose her though, because, well, yeah, choosing her is a really cool special option. It makes some other things more annoying and difficult, in my opinion. So let's look at the characters. We have energetic and loyal anemone, who is right here, the redhead. We have tough and gentle cow, who is here, the greenhead. We have bold and confident Mars right here. The dual. I'd never realized her hair is half and half. We have quiet and adventurous Jess, who's right here. And then Tangent, who's studious and mature. You don't see her, but you can see an image of her head in the card. Or Tammy, who is shy and sweet. We're going for this. We like the quiet and adventurous type. He's a year younger than us, so he's 9 right now, because we're 10. So that gives us 6 perception and 5 bravery and 10 friendship with him, meaning we are at 14. And it gives us his first card, which normally you unlock when the friendship is at 20. Okay, so the lights are dimmed for the night cycle when you realize that you didn't see this at dinner or at the Courage Hall at midnight. Antecedent must have realized too. She's constantly checking her holophone and anxiously typing messages. The light is distracting you from the holovid. This sister Tangent is not worried. She says he always does this. You know that's true. But skipping dinner? Maybe something's wrong. We're gonna cover for him, which gives us plus 5 persuasion, plus 10 rebellion, and gives us 2 friendship points with him. You tell Auntie that this is going to sleep over in your quarters tonight, and your parents said it was okay. You probably went there right away because you didn't want to watch the holovid. Antecedent looks relieved. Tangent raises a skeptical eyebrow, but stays quiet. And the reason this girl is not their parents, she's basically, she does have a child this age, but she helps raise all of the children communally because these two, this is Tangent by the way, their parents, like their mother is dead. She used to be the therapist. Just shows up the next morning. He's thankful that you helped and shares that he spent the night in an empty storage closet behind the compost nutrient extraction room. He says you can use the place when you need to be alone if you want. You're 10 years old when the ship finally reaches the wormhole. Professor Howell says it's like a doorway to other star systems, with the planet Rotunda IV on the other side. You want emergency drills for months to prepare. When the day finally comes, it starts to rumble, then things start to slide off the tables. You hurry to gather near the escape pods, just in case. Single file, everyone. You've dreamed of this day since you were in diapers. It's one of your earliest memories, even though it hasn't happened yet. As the ship passes through the wormhole, the shields will fail. If you don't recalibrate them, your parents' hydrophonic farms will be lost. To be able to recalibrate the shields, we need to have congruence as our childhood friend, so the farms are going to have to be lost. But we aren't going to listen. Nope. Sorry, Rune, this is no time to play around. You'll have to come with the rest of the class. The emergency area is crowded with families. It's going to be fine, Rune. We'll be through the wormhole and down on the planet before you know it. Just like we practiced. Okay. Do I want to be brave for others, or do I want to get in touch with my emotions? We'll be brave. Which gives me minus 10 stress, which gets me up to 50. And... oh, Tang's doing the same thing. Wow. Is this the wormhole? Oh. You're sure this has happened to you before, and you know, somehow, that everything is going to be okay. The shuddering reaches a crescendo. You hear an impossibly loud crunch and feel weightless for a few seconds before gravity slams you back against the wall head first. You black out. As you slip unconscious, you feel yourself twisted out of time. It's today, yesterday, and tomorrow all at once. And more than just one tomorrow. Lots of them. Different tomorrows. Oh! Oh! It's this one! I didn't do that my last loop, though. That's weird. That's so cool, though. We are not going to be seeing this image in this playthrough, but it is an option. So, you find yourself in a place you know from your dreams. A cavern in the humid belly of a planet. Growing liquid laps at your ankles. A boy walks past you into the pool, grabbing you by the wrist. You resist, but he pulls with the inexorable? Okay. But with the inexorable strength of a dream, he pulls and pulls until you are both submerged in the pool. Fear grips you as the liquid closes over your head and you realize you can't move. You're gelatinized along with the boy. Your body's annihilated and reformed into something different. Distantly, you can feel the ship's shaking has stopped and hear your parents' worried voices. Feeling safe, you slip further into the warm embrace of the stars. You drift. Gradually, your consciousness reforms. You wake up in the med bay. 2 weeks have elapsed. The parent's cranial injury has completed healing. They may now be safely discharged. Oh! There's sunlight? Okay, we are not cautious at all. We do not care. Okay. Welcome to Vertemna, everyone. That's Tammy. We aren't going to talk to her. I turned the tutorial off if you've played the game before and you're wondering why I'm not getting those tutorial messages, because I've played through this game enough times I really don't need it. Wow, this is beautiful. I'm just going to open it. It's a medallion. Okay, let's go talk to Dis. I believe you. He's talking about whether or not monsters or aliens are on the planet. I think there are. Something just tells me. Let's talk to Nemone. Hi, everyone. This stuff is different from snow on Earth because it isn't cold, but it's still neat and you can make stuff out of it. See you later. Not if I see you first. Hey, maybe see you in class. We are actually going to go to school, and I'm going for a persuasive character, so we're going to study humanities. Okay, my friends are all here. What does this colony mean to me? Mars. I've never actually chosen that option before, so I didn't know that would happen, but that's funny. She got mad. Okay, so that gives me 3 creativity and 2 persuasion. School is so boring. Dang, I need to get my friendship with Mars up to 10, too. That is so annoying. Okay, she's gonna ask me to go get soy sweets which are a candy for Tammy to give to her. But I have persuasion, so I can do a couple special options you can't do if you don't have any persuasion. If you want them, you gotta pay up. Okay, that gives me 10 kudos, and it gets my friendship with her up. We can act like the incident never happened. Now let's talk to Tammy. Oh, hello, Rune. Do you want to play dolls? I sure do. That gives me a plus empathy, which actually, my empathy is at 16 all on its own. Not the stardom to professional dancerhood. Oh, let's go talk to Nemini. I do not have toughness, but I can bounce it back. Okay, so sports ball is a sport we can do. That gives us bravery and toughness. I'm not going to focus on that. Let's study humanities. Okay. There we go. Oh, I forgot to switch those around. Oopsie. Tammy? You've lived this life before. In your dreams, you're sure of it. In the light of day, you try to remember everything from your dreams. But it's impossible. You can't live a lifetime in dreams. Anytime you try to tell someone, they think you're playing a trick, or that you're sick and need to go to medbay. Even until you decide to stay quiet about your strange dreams. Why? So this is the option you can do if you've played the game before, I'm pretty sure. They're not dreams. They're memories. You've lived through it enough times to know. Over and over, your head is filled with memories. You've lived and died on this planet more times than you can count. Why are you stuck like this? Being stuck in the time loop would be even harder to explain than having prophetic dreams. It's the right choice to keep it to yourself. Okay. Oh. I can help you find the catalog? Oh, let's talk to Cal. That gives me +1 toughness and some friendship points with Cal. Marius does not want to talk to me. I might take a break. No, I'll do more humanities classes. I don't see anything wrong with it. It is giving me persuasion. Good morning. Today we're going to talk about the formation of the Vertumna group and our decision to leave Earth. It's a very exciting topic, and we think you're finally ready to hear about it. Let's dig in. You know how it started. Economical and environmental instability, coupled to deeply entrenched hatreds, had thrown Earth into chaos. And you know how it ended. In that chaos, your parents formed the Vertumna group with the plan to leave Earth. 20 years later, they and their starborn children, you, slid through the wormhole and ended up here on a planet you called Vertumna. But there's so much you don't know. This is what? This is Planktonic Accident Swang Bodas Schmidt, the spiritual leader of the Vertumna movement. They were what people called a speculative fiction writer. The Vertumna project proves that their writing, though speculative, was far from fiction. I'm sorry, but what is that name? Yes! Wang Botho Schmidt's writing centered around the idea of humanity building a technological utopia on another world. Translated to 100 languages, this was a compelling idea to people at the time, so fans started connecting in VertSpace. Far from just a book club, these people bonded over mutual aid amidst the increasing unrest in their own countries. They were committed to Wang Botho Schmidt's idea of a future where everyone is treated equally without prejudice. I don't know if we'll get that here. But they realized it couldn't be done online. Though committed to social justice, the group saw the impossibility of forming a truly egalitarian egalitarian society while also reckoning with their own implicit biases and the diverse contexts of their real lives. They realized that this was the work of generations, and the solutions must look to the future, as Wang Botho Schmidt did. So they got together. Okay. The image shit? What? Oh boy. The image of a squat concrete building with a rooftop garden replaces Wang Botho Schmidt. Around the edges of the classroom, the holo projector gives the impression of towering walls toppled with razor wire. The first Rotunda colony. Concurrence tells you. 400 people volunteered to sacrifice their own cultural beliefs to walk through these doors, agreeing to come up with a new way of life that would be taught to their children. I'm not reading that last bit because I don't want to say that out loud. And raised communally like you as the second generation of the Rotunda group. Those babies were your parents. This has been 40 years in the making. This has been over 40 years in the making. So they mixed their DNA. As more colonies were founded, word got out about the Rotunda group's social experiments. Assimilation was an unpopular ideology at the time because it had been used to commit terrible genocides on Earth. This, combined with the panic that the Rotunda group was destroying the family unit or raising an army of gene-tech super soldiers, brought the colony under attack from all sides. Everyone fears that they don't understand. Luckily, the next phase of the Rotunda project was ready to launch. 100 colonists were selected to leave Earth on a colony ship to seed a far-flung corner of the universe with a new human culture. The ultimate goal of the Rotunda group is you children, a generation raised completely unburdened by the troubles that plagued Earth. Isn't that lovely? But how did they... Hold on. Oopsie. But how did they build the shed? Orbital voyages were a hobby for the ultra-rich in an earlier century, so there were several relics to be found in museums. The difficulty was not in acquiring a ship, but making it spaceworthy and the logistics of the launch itself. The group crowdsourced enough funding to purchase and repair the ship. As for the logistics, well, you are speaking to the solution right now. I was acquired by connected group members, along with the gene tech that created you and your parents. I do know who actually got congruence in the gene tech. It was the Doctor Instance. I have not met her yet in this save. I think we can keep things that way. The Stratospheric was the first manned vessel to navigate the wormhole. I can't read. The Stratospheric was the first manned vessel to navigate the wormhole at the edge of the solar system. Given the state Earth was in when it left, it may have been the last. What was Earth like when it left? Terrible. The institutions that had given people the illusion of safety were torn down, and wars were rampant, both resource-based and ideological. Large parts of the Earth were rendered uninhabitable by climate change, pollution, and nuclear war, especially the critical food-growing regions of the world. The Rotunda group weren't the only ones trying to escape Earth, but as far as we know, we are the only success. Fun fact, they are not the only success. So nobody on Earth was like us? The Rotunda group members have a unique culture, but it's formed from a combination of many heritages from Earth. Even the language you speak, Esperanto, was invented to bring people together. And don't worry, you brought your best heritage with you. You're humans. I didn't know they spoke their own language. That is cool. Sorry, I still love the idea though that... Okay, my headcanon for my main OC for this is that she taught herself Japanese so she could watch anime, and then she taught it to two people her closest friend, so they could have private conversations in public without having to worry about anyone understanding them, and then her relationship partner, because, again, so they could have private conversations in public without people understanding them. You've met one of the people, but you won't meet the other one for a bit. Oh, I already read that. Your head is so stuffed with ideas it might burst. Professor Howell and your parents never mentioned this stuff before. They waited to tell you because they wanted you to grow up without feeling different based on your genetic makeup or your family history. It's hard to imagine having a different culture than your neighbors. You wonder what it's like. Everyone celebrating different holidays, eating different food, speaking different languages. Are you missing out, or are you better without it, like the original colonists believed? It's hard to say. The decision was made for you long before you were born. All you can do is be the best dream you can be. In my opinion, I feel like getting rid of all of the different cultures was a bad idea. I feel like they should have at least kept them all around in some sort of way. Because just getting rid of them entirely seems a little cruel. Like, think about all of the literature and culture, really, that's lost there. It's like when a language dies. Because it's not that great. Let's talk to this. I've got to go. This is a good spot. I'll probably come back here tomorrow. So that's this. Nobody else wants my attention right now. So we're just gonna go do more humanity classes. Okay. That's a nice street. You wake from an afternoon nap. The dream you're in is one you've had many times. The air is strangely pink and fluffy, kind of sticky, and you have to push your way through it. It feels like every step takes an eternity. You push through the pink cloud and emerge into the children's creche, a room you know well, to see your friend Tammy standing before an enormous bear made of pure light. It lunges at her, through her, and she collapses to the ground like a fainting fairy tale princess. You wake with your heart racing. Tammy is leaning over you, where you've been sleeping in a nest of pillows. She shakes your shoulder gently. Oh, I'm sorry, Rune. I think you were having a nightmare? Are you okay? Are you? Nothing bad happened in the dream, but you feel sick with dread. Since you're awake, you should visit the cafeteria. Auntie Seaton is making a new kind of candy. She says it's made of cotton. Isn't that weird? I have to go tidy the creche first, then I'll meet you there. Save some for me, okay? Timmy skips off towards the creche, humming to herself. You feel groggy and need a minute to clear your head. That dream! Forget dreams, get that candy! Wait, go save Tammy! I don't want any candy. Let's go save Tammy! You sprint down the hall into the children's creche, where the little kids play and learn during the day. It's empty. All of the younger kids are probably off eating candy with Auntie Seaton. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies? I can't read. You spot Tammy tidying up some drawing supplies near the craft bins. Above her, a hollow projector displays an enormous teddy bear made of purple light. It bobs silently in the air. Mr. Bearsworth. A decade of happy memories playing with it flash through your mind in an instant. Tammy stands up on her toes and reaches for the switch to turn it off. You slam into her, knocking her off her feet onto the ground. At the same moment, the hollow projector sparks and explodes. The bear disappears, and the whole room goes dark. It exploded. It would have killed her. In the dim emergency lighting, you see Tammy's eyes wide with surprise and fear. She sits up and rubs her elbows, staring at you. Sorry, are you hurt? It's okay. She sniffles, looking like she might start crying. Why did you do that? Owie! It was an accident, I tripped. Oh. Are you okay? You tell her you're fine and say sorry again for hurting her. You're just happy that you followed your dream and got here in time. You decide not to mention the dreams. She seems weirded out already. After a minute, the lights come back on. The projector is dead, a thin trickle of stinky smoke coming from the base. Don't worry. Professor Hal can fix it. He can fix anything. By the time you find the professor and finish cleaning up, you've forgotten all about the pink candy in the cafeteria, saving Tammy. Yeah, that would have killed her. So we've done 1 season. Let's finish Pollen, and then save the rest of the year for the next video. Rune, we need to discuss my brother. You mean my buddy Dis? Yes, Dis. I need you to figure out where he's been disappearing. Ever since we landed, I barely see him anymore. He doesn't even come home at night sometimes, and I'm not on very good terms with my brother as of late, but people are becoming worried. I get the feeling that Tang is the one who's worried, but she doesn't want to admit it. She does care about Dis. She just has other things on her mind that she cares about more. I'll talk to him. He probably won't tell you. Noon's apple! He won't even talk to me anymore! You may have to follow him. I would, but everyone in the lab would know I was gone. No one cares where he goes during the day. I feel like that's child abuse. Like, first of all, why would you let a literal child work with you in a scientific lab setting? She's 9, and she's been working with the doctor, the scientist instance, since she was 5. I get they have a close relationship because of other factors, but the fact that just doesn't seem right to me. You tell Dis that his sister Tangent wants to know where he's been disappearing off to. His eyes flip briefly to yours, then he stares vaguely off towards the engineering wing where his sister is reading on her hollow palm between classes. He doesn't say anything. Where do you go, Dis? I bet you'd like it out there, Rune. I sneak out to go exploring sometimes. There's so much neat stuff. I just have to wait until the grown-ups start looking. I'm small, so it's easy. Just don't tell, okay? I don't want to get in trouble. You follow him down to a drain pipe half hidden behind the sports ball fields. Small kids like Dis could fit through it. Or you! Tangent won't want to hear about this. We can't sneak out just yet because of how utterly abysmal my stress is, but let's talk to Tang. You tell Tangent you know where Dis has been going. You tell her he's been sneaking out to explore the jungle. Not far away, but outside the walls. Really? Is it safe? I'll keep him safe. Full of fence room, but you're just a kid. However, I suppose it's good to know he isn't alone out there. You wouldn't be alone out there no matter what. And I do actually need to go exploring. Oh, Tammy wants me to this is how you unlock babysitting. We're going to say we like kids. Rune personally doesn't want any children, but even if she did want children, her future romantic partner kind of makes it to where kids can't happen because of who said partner is. Oh, I forgot, I haven't done this yet. I want to explore the jungle. I wonder if there are more out there. My dude's literally pulling apart his clothes right now. His friendship's at 20. OMG! Everyone look outside! They're hoisting a flag over command! You know what that means, right? Vertumna is officially humanity's first exocolony. Ever. This is history, kids! And we were there! Look out at the flag, feeling dizzy, and silently mouth the words along to what she says next. You remember this moment so well. We're gonna get rid of crawling. I know it's a little early to be getting rid of cards, but they're annoying. Oh! He's having a sneezing fit, his eyes runny and red. You're alarmed. You've never seen him look sick before. People were hardly ever ill on the stratosphere, except sometimes when the zero-G rooms made them queasy. Not to worry, my little beanstalk, I'll be fine. It's just this pollen making my head a little stuffy. He wipes his nose with a handkerchief and looks around. Everywhere you turn, the air is soupy and tinged with pink from all the floating pollen. On Earth, we used to call this hay fever, even though it had nothing to do with hay. The native flowers seem to be in full bloom this time of year, and they smell fantastic. They do smell good, and they look harmless. Hey Rune, I know the last few weeks have been very hard for you. This might be a good time to relax and stick around in the quarters wing. I'm not too interested in that. Let's go exploring! Hey there, kiddo. I'm afraid expeditions are off limits for now. It's not safe out there for kids. You'd better toughen up so you can join the squads when you're older. Yeah, I'm just gonna sneak out. Bye! Is that Dis? Follow him. That kid is fast. I did get 2 perception. Okay, this is a hop-eye event. What's its deal? So basically, the events like this... That'll be 5. Wait a minute. Problem solved. I'm so smart. Okay, 3 animals, 2 perception, 2 animals. I'm not interested in maxing out my animals cards this time around, I don't think. Okay. Sorry, my little brother just walked into my room. Oh, wait. At the top of a rise to the east... I can't speak or read. At the top of a rise off to the east, you think you spot someone watching you. They're dressed in black. Is that Dis? Wait, they look way too tall to be Dis. Maybe another surveyor? You blink and the figure is gone. Let's go over there and look for clues. You bushwhack down into a valley and up the other path to where you thought you saw them standing. No signs of a camp or anything obvious, like a dropped pack. No note saying, "I'm watching you," signed mysterious figure. Spooky. To meet a very special character in this game, you need to get 3 of those mysterious stranger cards. That's one. I know a lot of good ways to get them. Hi, Rune. Hi, Dis. Did you see Utopia out there? Seems very tone and is easy to sneak past, but Utopia has like X-ray vision eyes or something. She'll catch you for sure if you get too close. She caught me once and I got in big trouble. How about I show you something cool? Stinking out will be our secret, okay? Come on! Let's try to be brave. 1 4 0 1 1 3 4. Okay. Wait. 22002. There we go. You bravely step on to the rock and walk out to the edge with this. You both sit down, feet dangling over the precipice, and look out at the amazing view. It's incredible. You snap a picture with your hollow palm, but you won't share it on the net. This is your secret. Yours and Dis. A beautiful vista. That's 2 friendship, a memory, 2 perception, and 30 stress. Let's keep exploring. Oops. Okay. Let's be as quiet as possible so we can observe the Unosaur. 0 1 2 0 0 2 4. See, that's 11. 4 2 2 2 1. Okay. Plus 3 perception, plus 2 animals. Plus 2 animals, minus 30 stress. I think I might honestly stop this here before we even get to the next season. fallen beauty. But yeah, this is pretty fun. Don't you think? I think. Come on. Okay. This has been 40 minutes of recording. That's scary. Anyways, bye!